Welcome to the Costa Property Podcast, the podcast that turns your dreams of owning a piece of paradise on the Costa del Sol into reality. I'm Warner Laurie, and I'm joined by my co-host and wives, Sandra Laurie.
Join us as we embark on navigating the ins and outs of real estate and relocation to this beautiful region.
We're not just about market trends, we're about sharing real-life experiences, because we know the struggle firsthand, and I've helped many people navigate this challenge also.
If you're dreaming of your perfect Costa del Sol home and want to get real, no-frills, expert advice, then you're absolutely in the right place. Join us each week as we share honest insights and information that will guide your journey. You know, people always think of Benalmádena, or Benalmádena, as many of the tourists or foreigners call it. Benalmádena, they just think of it as a holiday destination. But for us, it's home. And today we're going to take you behind the scenes of what real life in Benalmádena looks like. From morning coffee spots to school drops. From the social scene to the best kept secrets. We're breaking down exactly why we love it here and why you might just want to call it home too. We're going to share our favourite local spots, the best things to do day to day, and why Benalmádena is probably one of the most underrated places to live on the Costa del Sol. But first, as usual, before we spill the beans, let's look at our Spanish word of the day. And our Spanish word of the day today is ambiente. Ambiente, which means the word for like the atmosphere or the vibe, because that's what makes Benalmádena so special. It's the energy, it's the lifestyle. It just makes it feel so much like home. Okay, let's jump into today's episode. Warner, it feels like forever since I've sat in the recording studio with you. I've missed you.
I've missed you too, but I've been so busy.
Yeah, this year's definitely started with a bang, so we're incredibly grateful for that. But today we've got an exciting episode. We're going to be covering Benalmádena in detail as part of our Location Spotlight series. So, you know, who else better to cover Benalmádena than the king of Benalmádena himself, Mr. W.L. Costa Properties. So we're going to be jumping into Benalmádena, why we love it, what's great about it, why it's so appealing to foreign buyers, and I guess maybe a little bit around why we chose to settle here as well and make it our forever home on the Costa del Sol. We really want to give you the real insight into what it's actually like to live in different locations along the Costa del Sol. So we're starting with our own town of Benalmádena. In my opinion, so many people overlook Benalmádena when it comes to thinking about moving to Spain. They assume it's just a holiday town, it's just a tourist destination. They've probably holidayed here years ago or heard people referring to going on a holiday to Benalmádena. But we know it's so much more, and we're here to show you that it is so much more than that. And by the end of this episode, you might just be considering it for your very own big move. So, busting the myths. The first myth that I want to jump into with you today, Warner, is that Benalmádena is just for tourists. So let's tackle this as a misconception. So people think that Benalmádena is just hotels, beaches, tourists, but in reality, it's got a really strong all year round community full of expats and locals. It's got phenomenal schools, international schools. It's also got great social networks that makes it a really great place to live on the coast. It really is a town filled with so many different nationalities, all living in harmony together, enjoying their life in the sun. What do you say to that, Warner?
100% agree. Benalmádena in the Costa del Sol has something different that I think, in my personal opinion, that other places in the Costa del Sol don't have. It's split up into three parts. You have the beautiful Benalmádena Pueblo with the culture and the old town, fabulous restaurant, and the most amazing views. And also that's where We have an amazing little church where we got married. So I really have a place in my heart for Benalmádena Pueblo.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that. Benalmádena has its multiple different zones, which really means that it has something for everyone. I think that people will definitely be familiar with the Benalmádena Marina, which has been awarded one of the best marinas in the world multiple times. So the marina, it's buzzing with people on holidays. But when you live here, it's also a great place to go at the weekend, have something nice to eat. It's got great selection of bars and restaurants. You can potter around and look at the different boats, and it really just always has something going on when it comes to an activity or nightlife, which is great. We always find that when we have people visiting us on holidays, the marina really is the spot where you're going to go to enjoy a little bit of nightlife, have something to eat, have a couple of nice drinks, and just kind of watch the night go by. But if that's not your vibe and you want something a little bit more traditional, you have Arroyo de la Miel, which is where the local train station is located. That's essentially the local town in Benalmádena, where you're going to have your local shops, your banks, your different businesses, beautiful bars and restaurants, tapas bars, more traditional cafes and places where you can really just sit and watch the world go by. It's a great place to sit and people watch, something I personally love to do. Grab a cafe in one of the local bars close to the train station and just sit and watch people go about their business and enjoying life in Benalmádena. Now, aside from that, if you want something a little bit even quieter and even more traditional, you can make your way up towards Benalmádena Pueblo, which, as Warner mentioned, really is your traditional Spanish village. It's this whitewashed, cobbled street, little village where the world just seems to move at a slower pace. You can really experience traditional restaurants, food, and really also a great place to people watch. It's got gorgeous cafes, bars, traditional restaurants where you can really just sit and watch the world go by. It also has its beautiful church where Warner mentioned we did get married, but Benalmádena Pueblo is also incredible for local festivals, especially in May where you have the Corpus Christi Festival, where you can just really see all the locals come together, painting all the cobbled streets in fresh petals, and it's just a stunning place where you can really appreciate Spain at its best. So for me, Benalmádena offers you something for everything. You've got Benalmádena Costa with your marina, which is phenomenal for activities, especially if you're here on holidays. You've got Arroyo, where you can sit and experience Spanish life and watch the world go by. And you've got the Pueblo, where you can experience traditional culture and really experience the world slow down a pace, to the pace where you expect it to operate when you come to the Mediterranean to enjoy a different pace of life. Warner, when it comes to a day in the life in Benalmádena, what's it like living here? I think we need to give people a real glimpse into what life looks like here. A normal day for us, I guess, it starts with our morning coffee, school drop, a walk on the beach, then straight back to client calls after our walk along the coast and the paseo to clear our head. But I guess what I love most is just the lifestyle here. It's that perfect balance that each day brings, in terms of we still have that energy about it where this is our life, we go to work, we have hobbies, we've normal life with the kids, but it's also more relaxed than that life that we were used to experiencing before we made the decision to move to Spain. The pace is different, the tone is different, the feeling is different. And I just love how family friendly it is here. Like the lifestyle here, if I compare it back to Ireland or what I know life to be like in the UK, we do everything with our kids, right? We socialise with our kids. They come with us at the weekends when we're meeting friends. They're outdoors all the time. They speak Spanish fluently. They're really culturally immersed. They don't see the world as I did when I was a kid. They see it in a different shade. And I think that's due to their immersion here and their ability to experience and appreciate other cultures. I really wouldn't raise them anywhere else. How about you?
Yeah, look, we have the dream job. You know, we wake up normally 325 sunshine days a year. We go walks along the beach, across the marina, brainstorming, and just enjoy the fresh air. So we get the outside lifestyle. And then we come to work. It's all about finding the dream homes for our clients so that they can experience the same lifestyle as well. A win-win situation. And there's so many things to do, especially in the summertime. You've got bonfires on the beach in San Juan. It's just a fabulous place to live. What it gives us and our family is just mind-blowing. Okay, enough about Benalmádena. Sandra, let's talk about food. Tell me your best restaurants and places to go in Benalmádena.
There is a lot of variety. I think if you're into great restaurants, it's really about deciding potentially what you want to eat and enjoy. So, for example, if it's a beach club vibe that you want to enjoy, make your way down towards the marina and to the actual seafront. A personal favourite of mine is Al Marina Beach, located just close to the Puerto Marina, because you can just sit there on the beach, watch the view, have a nice drink. There's nowhere nicer, really, in terms of scenery on a beautiful day. It's also got great space for the kids to run around and play and enjoy themselves. So there's no chance of them being bored if we just want to sit and have a chat and meet friends on a Saturday afternoon. So if it's a beachy vibe, nice beach bar type vibe that you're looking for, have a few nice drinks by the sea where your family are welcome, I would absolutely say check out Al Marina Beach if you're close to the marina in Benalmádena. It's great to go there, plenty of space. If it's a more tapas feel that you're looking for, but maybe not traditional tapas, maybe more modern twist, something a bit more modern that looks really good and Instagrammable on a plate, let's put it that way. I would say you've got a couple of options. You've got Lime and Lemon at the end of Avenida de las Palmeras, which is super well known. Definitely recommend to book. It is tapas, but it's not traditional Spanish style tapas in the sense that you'll find something there for maybe a more modern palate. I don't know if that's the way to put it. For me, I'm not a huge meat eater, so I love their food because there's lots of vegetarian and vegan options, especially their roasted cauliflower dish. It's just to die for. They also have a superb cocktail menu and the service is really good. I'd recommend to check that out. Another one that's a little bit newer over the last 2 years, which is also close to the marina, is called the Cozy Cafe. It's kind of similar vibe to Lime and Lemon. Really nice drinks, lovely drinks menu, cocktails, nice sharing plates. Tapas, but again, not traditional tapas. I think it's a great place to go for brunch with the girls. It's fabulous in terms of the terrace outside. The setting is beautiful to sit. It's just a lovely place to sit, and you can also see the sea. So I think in terms of the ambience that you get there, that's really nice as well. On the marina, I love the Metro. I don't think you can go wrong. It's Mediterranean style food, more Italian, pizzas, pastas. You really do get something there for everyone. They've also got a great drinks menu, lovely cocktails, service is good, the setting is lovely. I think you'll agree with me there, Warner, right? If you have picky eaters with you, Metro is always good. Everybody's always going to be happy. When I bring people over, clients, when I meet clients here or groups that we're going for dinner, the Metro is always a safe option. Food's always good. The ambience is great, the location is brilliant, and the menu caters for everybody. And it's on the marina, so you just can't go wrong with that. So, it really depends on what you're into. Then I would say if you want something a bit more special, and it's like a night of your holiday where you're celebrating a special occasion, or it's that one night that you really want to get dressed up, you need to make your way up to Benalmádena Pueblo, where you will really have a great selection of phenomenal restaurants, just top class places to eat. My personal favourite is La Perla. You can never go wrong with La Perla. It is probably one of my favourite restaurants ever that I've ever eaten in the world, which says a lot because I love my grub. But it is Spanish style food, but more along the a la carte style menu. Fantastic. You've also got La Fonda, which is located in the La Fonda Hotel, which is very well known. And you've got La Fuente, which is located in the main square in Benalmádena Pueblo, close to the church. So look, you're not short for choice. I think it's really about deciphering what do you want to eat and going from there. But there's plenty of good sites like Benalmádena social Facebook groups where you will always get recommendations. But that's just a few of my favourites in terms of what's in the area. But you're not short of choice. Benalmádena is full of places to eat. It's about understanding what you're into. Avenida de las Palmeras is great. That's really close to where we live, actually. It's close to the beach, but it offers something for everybody. It's got our personal favourite, Paranaconda, which is more Asian, Japanese style food. Amazing sushi, but it's got great steakhouses. It's got great choice there, and also some very traditional tapas restaurants there too. So plenty of selection, plenty of choice. I'm rambling on a bit, Warner, because it is about food, you know, and I do love to talk about good food and good wine. But to summarise, you're not short of choice in Benalmádena.
No, you're definitely not. And also, if you're looking for that traditional fish restaurant, then you can't go wrong with La Cala in Torre Quebrada. It's on the beach, but I suggest you book because it's very busy with Spanish people, because the food is muy bien.
Yeah, you get a great paella there as well if you are looking for that more traditional style fish restaurant as well. And it's always packed with locals. And one thing I would say about Spain is when you're looking for good restaurants, check where the locals are eating. If it's busy with locals, you know it's good.
And one of the things I love about Benalmádena as well, Sandra, it's on the train track. You're 15 minutes to Málaga city centre, and sometimes we want to get away from it and want to just have an exciting night ahead. We just jump on the train and go into Málaga city centre, where you have so much culture, restaurants, great nights.
Next, I want to talk about why Benalmádena is underrated and who it's perfect for. From my point of view, Benalmádena is perfect for people who want to be close to Málaga. It has fantastic amenities, but they don't potentially want to pay Marbella prices. You get a really amazing quality of life here. You really get everything. And it's still affordable compared to other hotspots on the Costa del Sol. It's perfect for families. Now, don't get me wrong. Benalmádena is still experiencing increasing prices in the same way that other towns and hotspots along the Costa del Sol are. It's a destination that's in demand, and how could it not be? But if you were to compare what you get for your money in Benalmádena compared to what you get to towns closer to the Marbella postcode, you're getting a lot of value for your buck. So I think it's worth to consider that. But there's a few other things to say on this. It's phenomenal for families, yes, because it's got plenty of international schools, so you've got plenty of choice, okay? But it's also really catered for families as a local town. So if you're coming to move permanently and you're going for that immersive experience and you want to integrate your kids, you are not short of activities, okay? Irrelevant of what your family and child like to do, you'll find something. You'll find an area that you're interested in that you can start to integrate your child or your family in. Whether it's golf, paddle, football, joining the local sports clubs, so be it. You'll find something for everybody. I guess in addition to that, if that's not your plan and you're going more towards the investment property route and you want to spend some of your life here, the draw to Benalmádena is its proximity to the airport. So at the airport, you jump on the train. You get the train to Arroyo de la Miel, allocate 30 minutes for this train ride. It's very cheap in terms of the cost, and often you can walk to your apartment from the train station depending on where it is, or take a short taxi ride. So if moving part of the year to Spain and spending more time here is what you're looking for, but you want that walkability factor, you don't want to be carpooling, you want to get away from that city life, Benalmádena offers that in abundance, okay? You don't need to think about hiring a car at the airport. You don't have a long commute to Marbella or Estepona. Once you hit the other side, you jump on the train, 30 minutes, away you go. You're very, very closely located to your home in the sun. And I just feel, Warner, that that's a huge draw for people. Like if you've been working really hard and you're planning your trip over and you can't wait to get away to your bolt hole in the sun. I know for me, I don't want to be dealing with that whole rigmarole of hiring a car and driving for 2 hours on the motorway when I hit the other side. I want to be able to jump on the train and be settled on my terrace with my nice cold glass of wine within an hour.
Yeah, that's what I always tell my clients, Sandra. By the time they get on the flight, it takes them 2.5 hours, 3 hours to get here. And by the 4th hour, they're on their terrace, sitting in the sun with a nice cold beer.
What more could you want? It's just so simple. And for me, Benalmádena is just one of those locations that offers that in abundance. We need to also mention, I suppose, about the train line in Benalmádena. It doesn't run past Fuengirola. So you are really limited in terms of those coastal towns that can offer you that train service. And Benalmádena is one of them, which is a huge draw for the area, in my personal opinion. So if Benalmádena has jumped up on your list of places to live, fantastic. That was the goal of this episode. But if you're serious about making the move, you need to start with the right information. That's why we've put together our buyer's guide. It's packed with real, practical tips on how to begin your property search in Spain and what to expect from the process and what to expect from us as your real estate partner. So if 2025 is your year to buy, grab the guide. We'll pop the link into the show notes. And of course, if you're ready for personalised advice, you can always book a property consultation with myself or Warner. He'll walk you through your options and help you make a really solid plan. Don't forget, it goes without saying, to follow the podcast. We've got more location spotlights coming up very soon. So if you want us to cover a particular area, then absolutely drop us a note and let us know. If you've enjoyed this episode, share it with someone who has been dreaming about their big move to Spain. Ciao for now.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for listening into today's episode on the Costa Property Podcast. Another fantastic episode learning about the highs and lows of relocating to the Costa del Sol from real people who have been through the journey themselves and, of course, our wonderful experts. If you have been enjoying the show so far, remember to hit subscribe to the podcast and leave a rating or review.
We absolutely love hearing your thoughts. Please send any questions that you would like us to answer on the show to warner@wlcostaproperties.net. Or you can pop us a message on our socials, which are in the show notes. Remember, you can also visit the website, www.wlcostaproperties.net.
See you on the next episode, and bye for now.
Bye-bye.